Aloha, everyone. I want to welcome you all to another beautiful dose of positivity. And I am so excited today because it's Thursday, and this is where I get to spread my manoa, my mana, my love. And to all of you stewards of the land, humanitarians, and solutionists, I want to welcome you to a dose of positivity today. And this is where, for some of you who are new on the show, every week we air at this time on Thursday, where I have the ultimate privilege to interview these passionate change makers, thought leaders, and social and environmental innovators and wellness professionals. And the topic for our show today is, everybody on here who knows me knows that this is like power talk, how food affects our energy and how energy affects our food. And this is with my special guest, Ola. You guys all know I'm bad with names. Olelo. I'm going to call you O for the sake. Say your name real loud for me again.
Olelo.
Olelo. It's so easy. I should know that. Olelo. But before we get the broadcast going, and it's funny because we've known each other now for at least a year. I just call you Doll, Love, Honey, and all the people I can't pronounce their names. But anyway, I'm so grateful that you're here. And before we get started, I just want to remind everybody here that this is a live broadcast. Your questions in the chat are great. If you want to raise your hand and come on the live broadcast, we welcome you to the show. We love your questions. We love your concerns. We love hearing about your health issues, so that when I bring these health professionals on, they are here to guide you and help you go into the right direction. So before I start introducing you to Olelo, I'm going to read something from my book, Conscious Cures. This is so appropriate, and it's going to chime us all in for what this amazing conversation is going to bring from us two foodies. So this is from the chapter in the book called Food and Drug Pandemic. And it is the last chapter of this, the last paragraph of this chapter. It says, by connecting with our ancestral roots, we unlock the wisdom and the regenerative medicine found in food and plants with respect to the nourishment and the nutrient-dense soil. Real food and a clean environment should be fundamental human rights and the basics of sovereignty of our democracy. The most effective way to prevent disease and dependency on drugs and reducing stress is eating nutritious food and living a healthy lifestyle, one that is in harmony with nature. Nature is more than a commodity to be exploited for profit in any lifetime. We can increase our self-reliance by adding in healthy choices, reducing our dependency on the industrial food and drug complexes, and holding these powers that be accountable, to be accountable. Imagine if our governments funded prevention instead of prescriptions. Both are important, but with prevention as the main focus, we would be healthier and less reliant on the pharmaceutical giants. So without further ado, I want to just say how excited I am to see all of you on the show. And I want to welcome Olipila over to the show. She is an energy chef of Hawaii. She is an awesome, brilliant human who knows so much, and she's picking up on everybody who is live on the show. She is picking up on your energy right now. That's how empathic this woman is. She was one of the first female chefs in Hawaii. She emerged in the 80s and has over 45 years of international experience in food and hospitality industry. She has served high-end clients and some that have been on the Forbes Magazine and the Richest People's list. In her present work as an energy holistic life coach and business consultant, she shares her expertise and passion for food, and she's going to show you some of it in just a minute, in tandem with the healing energy to facilitate wellness within individuals seeking clarity and direction in navigating this ever-changing world. She also exemplifies the practice of harnessing the energy within to improve the quality of one's life for optimal spiritual, physical, and mental well-being. I want to welcome you, Olelo, to the show. We're going to put the rest of your incredible bio and about your book, the chapter of your book. I'll be asking about that. We'll be also letting people know that you're recently signed on to a show as a show host for Win-Win Women's Network, which is so exciting, and all the other incredible things you've done and people you have helped. So I want to welcome you so much to this show. This is a great honor to have you here. And if any of you are in the Facebook group, you will notice this, you will recognize this woman from some of her incredible culinary videos that she has shared with us in the past. And for all the new people on, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's get the show on the road, beautiful.
Aloha and mahalo. And mahalo to my ohana. There's my brother from California tuning in, and Patty Cook. Thank you. She's so busy. She's always helping our keikis in helping us get the best education. And part of what I'm going to talk about is before I get started, I'm just going to do a quick pule. And this is what the Hawaiians do. They start off a meeting when they go in the forest or a place. And because I feel this is a profound topic about caring for our aina, our community, ourselves, I'd like to start off with this pule.
Beautiful.
I am the I come forth from the void into light. I am the breath that nurtures life. I am that emptiness, the hollowness beyond all consciousness, the I, the id, the all. I draw my bow of rainbows across the waters, the continuum of minds with matters, the incoming and outgoing of breath, the invisible, untouchable breeze, the undefinable atom of creation. I am the I. Thank you. And this pule came to me, and I learned from the late Kahuna Morna Simeona, who went around the world teaching self-identity through Ho'oponopono, which is about looking within ourselves to solve our problems. So how did I get into energy work? I used to cook unconsciously, I have to say, because I didn't know about energy work until I slowly, things would happen, coincidence would happen. And I worked at this hospital where I was a chef consultant, and there was a healing department, which is rare. And I learned healing touch, which is like Reiki, energy work. And this is when the teacher said, rub your hands, pull your hands apart, and you can feel the energy. And if you go to Qigong and all these places that does some form of energy work, you can feel the energy. So when you even do the slow motion of this, you can do that. So I see my friend Maria tuning in from Colorado. Aloha, Maria. And anyway, so this energy work, I learned to do energy work without touching the patients. I volunteered, and I saw results from it. And the patients would tell me their pain went down. And I said to myself, wow, if I can do that, I can do that with food. And so what I do when I cook for my clients is I always meditate. I meditate on the client. I meditate on all the food I'm getting, the farmers I get it from. And when you have this relationship, it's amazing what happened. And the food will start talking to you when you get a papaya, or this papaya would say, pick me. And we're so busy thinking, chatting in our head, thinking about what we're going to do next. I'm afraid of this. A lot of things that if we silence ourselves, and that's why I've been meditating for about 24 years now. And the more I meditate, the more I can hear the source speaking through me. And life becomes easier as far as having more inspiration come through, my creativity get better, my sense of purpose. That's the key, is knowing who. So the most important question is, who am I? And what is my purpose in life? Because if we knew this, okay, I think Donna wants to say something.
No, I just was going to backtrack on the meditation. And if you could share like the meditation practice that you do, because it's beautiful and it takes you further than just sitting there, like having that energetic connection with the papaya. Can you share a little bit about that meditation practice and how much time it takes and how easy it is
okay,
for
so
someone to take?
This is what I did. I recently was part of this book called The Global Conscious Entrepreneur. And if you go to Global Conscious Entrepreneur Summit, I'm on the first summit towards the end. I'm one of the last speakers. And I tell, it's only, my portion is few minutes, okay? But it's very interesting because these people that I was so fortunate to be part of, entrepreneurs, are very successful entrepreneurs, that talks about feng shui, a lot of energy work. Some are hypnosis, some are psychic. Some people do sound energy, okay? Everything is energy. So the easiest way, because I have friends who tell me, I can't stay still. I can't, it's hard for me. So I'm just going to tell you, and you can tell your friends too, I'm inspired to just say, take deep breaths in and out. Just practice by deep breaths in and out. Breathe in. And many times when we're anxious, we're breathing, panting, rather than taking deep breaths in, breathe in, and breathe out. And let's do it 3 times. Breathe in, close your eyes, and breathe out. Long breath, one more. Breathe in, and breathe out. And I was invited as a guest speaker at the University of Hawaii TIM program. It's the travel industry management program. And a lot of these kids never meditated. So I just taught them this quick exercise. And they said, wow, that really relaxed me because I was stressed. So whenever you feel stressed or in going from one meeting to the other, like Patty Cook, she does so much for our community. We can just breathe in and out. And when we're in the traffic, breathe in and breathe out. And so I'm going to leave it at that. We can do another session of meditation, but that's the easiest to start off.
That's good.
Because the purpose of meditation is to quiet our thoughts And when we quiet our thoughts, this is when we can allow inspiration, love to come in. And this is when we have room. In feng shui, you empty out the space, you clear it up, there's energy, you change. Same thing, you clear out your mind. So you have room for more to come in. But when we have a cluttered mind, and lots of opala, lots of judgments, we judge many times, we have fear, we have all these erroneous thoughts, it's hard to be creative. So this is what I first do when I meditate on my clients, on the food, what food I'm going to prepare. I check in with them. And so that's the first step I do. Second thing is I speak to my uni pili, which is the child within myself. So I say, I love you, thank you. And by doing this, we start creating a relationship with our subconscious, because many times we are just saying many without knowing what our thoughts are. We have thoughts of sadness, depression, anger, resentment, fear, anxiousness, all of this in our subconscious. But when we say, I love you, thank you, and it just helps to erase these memories and calm things down. Then I talk to Hawaii. I live in Hawaii, wherever you are. I say, I love you, Hawaii. I truly love this place. It's so magical. I'm just very blessed and grateful. I get so emotional talking about it because we have incredible farmers. And the reason why, I know, Donna, you asked me several times to be on this show, and the reason why I'm doing this is because, you know what? I think we can do better. Our health care is becoming very expensive. In a lot of places in Hawaii, it's expensive. And doctors, we don't have enough doctors. And so, and not only that, I recently met this person, Dr. Jessica Singh, and she just recently wrote an article about how her colleagues and doctors are committing suicide. It's becoming a burden. They're supposed to be joyful about their work. It's becoming harder for our farmers. And so I'm here because together, if we cooperate, we can make things happen. And so in Hawaii, the statistic shows that diabetes, we spend in Hawaii $1.5 billion, and it can be prevented, you know? So I'm here to say, I don't always eat the best food, but I try to eat good food. I'm going to show you some dishes, but I don't want to get sick because we don't have enough doctors. I don't want to get sick because it takes too much of my time to go to doctor appointments. I financially cannot get sick because another thing is money has energy. We got to ask our money. The money you make, the money you have in retirement, the money that you have in your bank. Does my money want to be spent on doctor bills, or does it want to go on a vacation? If you're not from here, to Hawaii. You know what I mean? I mean, that's plenty money. I mean, just sometimes you just go for one small thing and you pay hundreds of dollars when you could have gone to a neighbor island, you know.
And have a little break.
Yeah, I'm thinking, where does my money want to go? So I want my money to go towards eating good food, freshly, locally sourced food. And so this is what I do. My menu is designed with in mind using locally sourced ingredients as much as possible, because that's the best food with the most mana. Mana is life force. And so we can energize the food. We can raise the frequency of the food. We can raise our frequency before eating the food to enhance it. So how do I do that? I talk to the food. I tell the food, I love you.
Let's see some of that food.
I love you. Thank you. You know?
Beautiful.
And have you ever gone to a restaurant and the wait help is angry? And here, maybe the chef and the cooks took a lot of time in preparing the food nicely, and this angry person come out. Or if you are angry and you tell your family, here, I took time to cook this food, and you were in an angry state. Is that good mana, good life force?
No.
Yeah, so we have to be mindful of all of this. It's very important. So anyway, that's what I do. And I'm starting to grow more food at home. And I'm lucky my partner helps grow the food and I get to cook with it. And it's just so wonderful to have vine ripened tomatoes like this. Vine ripened.
So beautiful.
So sweet, like candy.
You guys taste that? Yum. Can you hold up that beautiful plate of food? Hold up that beautiful plate of food really high. Do it like that so we can all see, and tell us what's in that beautiful plate of food.
Okay, so this is a salad.
Can you tilt it just a little?
It has, I'm going to tilt it a little bit like this. Can you see it? Okay,
that's
so
good right there.
Salad, I have kale, lettuce, arugula, radicchio, and peppers. And these peppers are grown in, it's a Brazilian type of pepper. And I have bananas from our backyard. I saw it yellow. I said, oh no, I have to get it. And it's so delicious. And I have chickpeas. So basically, I believe in a
You're making me hungry.
Nutrient.
Everybody in the chat, everybody in the chat is going off.
So what is a nutrient dense diet? It's a diet where you don't have to count calories. You eat mostly plant-based. And I do eat meat at times, and I eat fish. But you know what? We have protein, a lot of protein. And there are wonderful top professional athletes eating a plant-based diet and performing better. And for fats, what I use is, instead of mayonnaise, if you love fat, avocado. This is a guacamole, but avocado is such a great fat. That's a good fat. It doesn't block your arteries. And I'm talking like this because you know what? People my age is dying or they're sick. And so I told myself, if everybody dies, then I don't want to be here by myself. So it's a selfish reason why I'm telling you this, because I want to see you folks. I don't want to be here myself, or I have to make friends with younger people all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? We got to get better, you know, healthier. I feel my brother laughing at me anyway. And
I'm laughing. I feel the same way.
huh? You feel the same way, yeah. And I love food. And you know, when I went to culinary school, there were basic sauces we learned. We had bechamel sauce, which is a cream sauce, high in fat. But you know what? We got to change all of this because even the Hawaiians are getting very sick at a young age. Cancer is up and all of that. And in ancient Hawaiian times, they had no disease because they ate from the aina, they ate plants, they ate fresh, they ate poi. I eat poi almost every day. What's poi? It's made from taro and it's a very spiritual plant anyway. And so
wait. Like there's a lot of people who would like to know about taro, and I would like you just to go into that a little and the nutritional benefits of that high quality carbohydrate.
Okay. If you have a baby who's allergic to a lot of things, poi, taro, which is a root crop. I'm sorry, I don't have a whole root crop. Is a food that really doesn't have any allergies, and the babies love it. And I mix it with the luau sauce. Oh, I forgot to bring out my luau sauce.
While she's doing that, the reason why I wanted her to bring up I just wanted to say one thing, honey, like taro, and there's so many other beautiful plants and animals that we don't eat because just like the industrial food complex that we, it's just this cut of meat, or whereas really the organs are the most nutrient dense. Or like these plants, you go into a grocery store and there's always the cheetah banana, but really there's like 100 different varieties of bananas. Same thing with avocados and the taro root, or eating a daikon radish. Like a lot of the Asian grocery stores might have more unique things like that. And that was, that's why thinking out of the box in all of these things, if we're going to get healthy, like you just said.
Okay, and another thing is, if our state budget spends $1.5 billion on diabetes, why are we spending it on farming and agriculture? Because only less than 1% of our state budget in Hawaii is spent on food. If we grow more food, we can have more kalo, more taro. And I see Kaiolani Blankenfield, I'm going to call on you. But we eat poi. I eat poi almost every day because it's a spiritual food. And Kaiolani, would you like to share your mana'o? She's cultural. Give me chicken skin because she has such a good heart, and she lives only few houses away from me. Can you unmute yourself and share about kalo? We can't hear you.
Let me figure this out.
Okay.
Oh, we'll be so excited to have you on the show, honey. That would be great.
Yes.
Is that better? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes. Love to see you too.
Aloha, everyone. So Kalo or tarot go into our old theological chant. The Kalo ancestor. And so
I think are you dragging there? Can everybody hear this, Tell?
Yeah, we cannot hear you.
it
We
might
can't hear
just be my connection.
Oh, there,
Yeah.
now we can hear you.
Okay, let me just see what's going on with my Wi-Fi. Okay, so
Okay.
all right, so the Kalo is really our first ancestor known as Haloa, which means long life or long breath. And so for a Kalo farmer, he's not farming, he's caring for his family. Every plant is an ancestor and he's caring for. And so for Olelo Pa'a, for me, for anyone, when you purchase poi, it's a really reverent moment, even to select that container of poi. And then to bring that poi home and mix it. And once you put it into the bowl, that bowl has a place of honor in your house. And so now you have your eldest ancestor on your table, nourishing and feeding your family. And so we take that very seriously. So in most hale, in most houses, the poi bowl remains covered until it's time to eat. Once everyone has gathered and you say your pule, your prayer, you bless the food, then you open the bowl and you have your eldest ancestor having a place of honor at your table. And in old Hawaii, and even when I was a child, everybody shared that same bowl. So there was a lot of protocol in eating the poi. Always a clean spoon went in there, and everybody made sure that the poi bowl itself stayed clean. And when we're done eating, you clean the poi bowl, you kahi the bowl, you keep it clean, because it's a sign again of how you take care of your family and your ancestors. And the worst thing that can happen to this day is you have family come to your house and find your poi bowl messy, because then they judge you. They judge you by so much of that. But to still have kalo and poi in Hawaii is a blessing every day.
Oh, mahalo. And I made luau sauce. This is
Lovely.
the top part of the taro root plant. And so I made this with coconut milk. And so you want to explain about the top part? The luau?
Oh my gosh, yes. So the luau, which is the leaf of the kalo plant, I have to say that's one of my favorite foods, luau. Every part of that taro plant is edible and highly nutritious, And so the leaf does have to be cleaned and then cooked. You have to boil it, just like the kalo has to be steamed and cooked for quite a long time. So does the leaf have to be cooked for a very long time until you completely break down all the fibers that are in there. But highly nutritious, and can be cooked in a number of ways. But the luau that she made with the coconut milk, that is the most popular way for us to eat that luau. But it's what we use to wrap pork to make our lau, which refers to the leaf. The lau is the leaf. And my favorite thing is beef luau stew, Olelo Pa'a.
That's great. You're gonna have to come over and eat with her. She's got plenty. And
Oh yeah, we party sometimes. But,
today with all that food. Thank you so much for that. That was beautiful, and it
welcome.
Brought so much beautiful energy. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
Mahalo, Iolani. And also, I think of this luau leaf as our Hawaiian spinach, because it is highly nutritious. And I love poi and the root part, because for me, it's a very good carbohydrate. But later on, we can tell you more about that. Would you like to see the rest of the food I prepared?
Yay!
Okay, so I made a guacamole because I'm thinking some of you want to say, how do you want to start getting healthier and eating nutrient-dense food besides the salad I made with lots of vegetables from my yard and from the farmer's market, bananas from my backyard, peppers from my backyard, mint. Avocado is a good fat. So I love making guacamole, and you can spread this on your sprouted bread that you have, or eat it with a nice chip. And the food always talks to me. These tomatoes are from my garden, also the cilantro, but the food tells me it wants to be beautiful. So I try to, I make it beautiful because doesn't it taste better when food is beautiful? Yes. Hi, Nancy. Is that Nancy? Oh, Nancy is from my new friend from Canada. Okay. And then there is tomatoes, lots of tomatoes, vine-ripened tomatoes from my backyard. So I made a salsa. Okay, so things like the salsa and this, besides eating it as a dip, is use it as a side dish because it tastes good and it's healthy. It's cilantro. Cilantro is good for cleaning out your liver. You got tomatoes. It has ingredients that is anti-cancer. Onions is so good for you. Garlic in here, lime, all natural. This is how we're supposed to eat. And Maria, she's from South America. And Maria, for you and your kids. And there's Maria. Aloha, Maria. Thank you for watching. She's a wonderful feng shui master now. So if you want a good feng shui person, she's that. And also incredible dental hygienist who is in the process of creating a program talking about cleaning our teeth, because there are so many kids who don't know how to care for their teeth. And then this is beans. Beans is a good source of protein. So black beans, this is cannelli beans with cabbage that I got from the farmer's market, carrots from Kekela Farm, and there's sweet potato. Let me show you our beautiful, I just got it from the market, Pukalani Stable Market. Sweet potato, purple. This is the Okinawan sweet potato. Oh, Nancy, I see you drooling. Anyway, this is so sweet. When you travel, bring sweet potato with you. This is all natural food. Then, for dessert or for breakfast, this is chia seed pudding made with, I make my own almond milk. You can put coconut milk too. If I have fresh coconut, I make coconut milk, but I don't have some. We ate it all. I have bananas in here, blueberries. Berries is high in fiber, high in antioxidant. strawberries from Waimea strawberries, mint from my garden. Eat food close to you. This is so healthy. It's so delicious. And to make it exciting, I make my own granola. No sugar. Using our local honey. If you're vegan, you can use maple syrup if you're from Canada. Smells so good. Smell it. But anyway, I put macadamia nut in here. From Hawaii. You get the mana, the life force.
Yum. I got everybody on this. It's
But
getting pretty hungry.
you know what? We mustn't forget to drink water, because almost 70% of our body is water, but we forget to drink water. Yay. So I drink water with lemon when I get up in the morning, because it helps to alkaline your body. It makes me feel like time to move and groove and go work out or do something. And I make this water. It's called Blue Solar Water. You get these empty bottles. You use a glass cover or a cork, but not metal. Yes, I see. Who is that there? She's drinking water. Okay, so you put water in here and leave it in the sun for 30 minutes to half an hour. It's called Blue Solar Water. I learned this from Morna Simeona and Ihaleakala Hulen. And it just makes you feel really good. I don't know how it works, but it works. Okay, because the mana from the sun, and you put it in this blue bottle. You can get lots at the rubbish dump from people who drink lots of vodka bottles. That's where I get my bottles from. And for my dressing, I use fresh, locally sourced fruits. So this is an orange dressing, and it's orange, and I put some seeds in here. You can put sesame seed, black sesame seed, or you can put poppy seeds or something, little onions, mustard in there. You don't hardly need oil. So people who has hypertension and want to lose weight, I would reduce or eliminate so much salt, sugar, and fats, animal fats. If you reduce this for 3 days and eat mostly a plant-based meal like this, and you don't have to count calories. Oh, aloha, Georgina. Happy birthday. It's my partner's birthday today. Beans. If you were to eat like this, nutrient-dense food, you get to live long like me. And I want you folks to be around because I don't want to eat by myself. I want company.
People your own age.
You know, I know my neighbor will come over, right? You teach me hula, kaiolani, and I'll cook the food. Okay. So is there any questions or you have or any comments?
Oh, we're getting lots of love comments about how beautiful your food is, and just really people fed up with the industrial food complex, the corporate unreality of what they've done and to our foods. And I loved hearing that the beautiful, just the whole energy around the kalo.
Well, I think Maria Matis has her hand up. Can you
bring her
unmute
on?
yourself?
Yeah, I didn't.
Can you unmute yourself?
Oh, please, Maria, that would be great. And show us your.
Can you unmute
face.
yourself? Donna, can you unmute Maria Matis? Or she wants to chat?
Yeah, we're trying to.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Now, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh,
Aloha.
awesome. Aloha. My apologies. I'm driving. But I just wanted to share with all of you like how amazing Olelo has been. She's been actually a coach and an amazing friend for me. And based on what she's teaching right now and a lot of her coaching has helped us. I'm in the health profession. I've been a dental hygienist for over 2 decades, now doing feng shui, but you know, food really does affect our body and how it affects our teeth. So like how she was saying earlier, I'm working with children now to really help the parents educate them on food. And I've learned a lot of my my tips from Olelo here because carbohydrates stick to our teeth versus fruits and vegetables, those do not. So those are a lot healthier options for the parents to give to their kids. So I just want to give Olelo a shout out for being so amazing at coaching with all of this amazing food and putting the energy into our food. Sometimes we're in such a busy world, right? We're always running, going, and just blessing our food has also been amazing in addition to our table at home. So that's why I thank you for that. And the other coaching that you do, Olelo, for life transformation. It's been life transformational for us in our household. So I just want to thank you so much for that. Thank you.
Thank you. And tell them how much weight you lost.
Well, let's put it this way. I am maintaining my ideal weight that I wanted to. I started with you.
That's beautiful. Thank you
good.
so much for sharing. That was great. Thank you.
Thank
Anybody
you,
else
Maria.
have anything they want to say? And actually, while we're seeing if anybody else wants to come on and chat, that's great. I'm going to have you pop in there. I just wrote a new ebook. It's called Whole Foods, Discovering the Whole Foods Diet. And it definitely is a summary of kind of this talk. It's actually several pages. I encourage you all to download it. It's free right now. It's really comprehensive. And I also want to mention to everybody who's on here, this is such great information Olelo has been giving us, and it's so important to hear this. And I also want to mention to people, some of you might have health issues, some of you might have kidney disease, or some of you might have cancer, or you might not be able to eat bananas because the sugar levels might spike you if you're diabetic. It's really, really important to know your blood work, to get the testing done, and to understand your own bio-individuality. Because some people might do really good. A lot of people say, oh, blood type eats meat, lots of meat. There's people on the carnivore diet who swear by it, and I don't buy it. But we've got the Mediterranean, the paleo, all these diets, but it really comes down to, is it your diet and what works best for you? And working with a health coach can really help you with that. And also working with your medical doctor and a functional doctor. I mean, you are your best doctor. If there was a room full of a dozen doctors in the room, the only one who really knows is you. So some people can't eat beans. I know some people have mentioned that to me. Some people are allergic to tomatoes, or they have too much lectin in them. So you really it's so important for you to, listen, but listen to yourself. Like what Olelo was saying at the beginning, is the most important thing from this whole discussion is that energy. Like, what makes you feel good? What is right for you? Some people are deathly allergic to things. So, and it might be the most prescribed thing on a raw vegan diet is to eat a lot of nuts. Now, that would not be a diet for you if you're allergic to nuts. So all of this, I want everybody, like every week when I come on here with a dose of positivity, when I bring these incredible health professionals and amazing people, spiritual healers, honest people with high integrity, it's so important for you. This is my disclaimer always, is to really listen to yourself. And yes, Maria, it's all energy. I love that you put that in there. And it's the energy that you put into it. And
Well,
in the link, in the chat here,
Judy
in
wants
the chat here, one second, in the chat here, you guys, I want to make sure you all grab all the links, because the show, believe it or not, we are almost at the hour. We don't have much time. So I want to get everybody on here to ask any questions you want, and remind you to download the chat. And I also, because we're going to be running out of time, remind you that next week we have Lo Mira coming on. And this woman will blow your mind. She is going to be talking about self-care and mindset. A lot of what we're talking about today, but she takes it to a different level, not another level necessarily, but a different level that is going to just make you feel incredible. So I hope everybody who's on the call today will download the free ebook, get all Olelo. I'm so sorry about that. I'm having a bad hair day. Download the links, get all of this stuff before we go down. But also, everybody who's listening to the replay, we will have this stuff in the Thank you for watching the replay, and look down below and you will see all this great information in the replay. And I just want to personally thank all of you who showed up, and every one of you are welcome to come on now, ask your questions. Tel's going to put the link to our website. So if anybody, there's a lot of new listeners on today, and you want to take advantage of some other, the beautiful recipes I have on our website, and who's going to be showing up each and every week on A Dose of Positivity. And I also always welcome new guests. So Maria, if you want to come on and talk about feng shui or dental hygiene, that would be great. We do have some incredible dentists who have come on and talk about energetic dentist, health conscious dentist. So in the replays, so Tel's going to put the link to the replays on the YouTubes in there. And Olelo, I just adore you. This was such a delicious show. And I wish I lived closer, because I would get my little Fanny over there and we would just be eating. And I hope your neighbors all come, and because you got a lot of good stuff there and a lot of good energy, and want to keep having you back on the show again. We'll have you back on. But right now, it's our viewers, anybody in the Facebook group or anybody on the live show. If anybody wants to contribute anything that you have, we would be so grateful for your tips and your ideas how to eat with consciousness, eat with love, eat with good energy, and put good food in your community. So that's all I wanted to say, because you just took the show and ran with it, and I am loving to have you on the show again. And we talked about doing a culinary class too, so we'll do that in the future. But I see, Maria, is your hand still up? Did you want to come on and say something?
Yeah, it's me, I guess. Yeah, so I just want to say that how we're talking about how everything is energy. And I love this book that Olelo is in, where we co-authored with Marie Diamond, the Start in the Secret, and how powerful it is to really become conscious of what we are eating, what we're putting in our mouth. It is so powerful that we learn this. Being in the medical health system, it is so costly. So if we can avoid those costs, why not save your money and have fun and enjoy life?
Yes.
And that's why I absolutely love Olelo coaching, because I've taken these ideas into my hygiene clinic and implementing it, teaching my parents how to prepare these foods. Not all of them that I've done yet, but what they can put out on the table for their children, and ultimately for themselves. So it's all a win-win situation
Yes.
altogether. So that's why I absolutely love Olelo's teaching. So thank you
Thank
for
you.
making
Thank you, Maria.
awakening.
And
Really
I think it
awakening
was,
the world.
thank you. I think there's Judy and there's Nancy.
Hi. I love you, Alola Pa. How are you?
Who is this?
Judy.
Oh, aloha, Judy. We can't see you.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm having a bad hair day.
Okay. All right.
I just wanted to say thank you for inviting me and for sharing. And I really want to get your cookbook when you write it.
Okay.
And
Now I
thank you to
have to write it.
Okay, well, you have a wonderful day. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Judy.
Thanks for coming, Judy.
Okay, Nancy.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, okay, thank you. Sorry, I came in a little bit late. I thought it was at 7:30, but I think I caught the most important part was the presentation of the food. And not only you present the nutrition in the food, but the presentation and the way I can see how you actually put your love into it and what makes food sacred. My mother actually, when she cooks, she sings. So she said, this food is good for you because I was happy and I made it with love. And I got the same energy from you, is that our food is sacred and it needs to be conscious food made with love as well. So thank you so much for presenting it in that way with such love and attention. Thank you so much.
Oh, mahalo. And this is part of for Kaiolani and myself and all of us who are from and born in Hawaii. This is a sacred place. Hawaii, ha, the breath, vai, water, e, divinity. The breath and water of divinity. It's so profound that I am so grateful. I have chicken skin, you know, to be able to have farmers. And we have to pray for the farmers. So I want to end by doing a pule. So we did one at the beginning, and I would like to close it nicely. It was really nice. People from all over the world is here. So it's called A Piece of Eye by Kahuna Morna Simeona. It came to her. She was able to walk through walls. She put her hand in the water. She would catch a fish. She was so clear. So we can get clear when we become conscious. When we eat conscious food, we become conscious too. And when we eat conscious food, we help our aina, and we have less carbon footprints by eating more of a plant-based diet. So, e puli kako, let's close our eyes. Take a deep breath in, breathe out. Peace be with you, all my peace, the peace that is I, the peace that is I am, the peace always, now, and forevermore. My peace I give to you, my peace I leave with you, not the world's peace, only my peace, the peace of I. O kamaluhia no me oi, may peace be with you this evening, or wherever you are. Aloha. Mahalo.